Hello and welcome to another quick look. Me, GamerWolfSix, of another furry visual novel. This one, When I Knew You. A game about, as I'm reading the synopsis, it's a gay, mostly linear visual novel with mature themes of awoo use, awoo, assault, awoos, and other suggestive themes. And it seems pretty dark here, I guess. Anyways, the story is, due to some unfortunate incidents, Callum moves back to his hometown with his father, where he hopes to reconnect with his 4 childhood friends. However, when he arrives, the news is broken to him. One of his friends has run away from home. Throughout the senior year, he tries to find what led to the events, what kind of people his friends became, and who exactly he can trust with the truth. Does distance truly bring fondness, or does it drive people apart to the point they're unrecognizable? Also, before we start, if you're interested in playing this game, you can get it for free on itch.io, and that's pretty much it. But yeah, if you want me to do a Let's Play series of this game, then tell me, and I'll give it a point, which will put up higher on the user's choice list. Also, if you want me to do a quick look of any other game, then tell me, and I'll both give it a point for the user's choice and put it in the quick look slot. Or maybe fast track it. Granted, fast track is like a couple of months, but it do be like that sometimes. Anyways, we're gonna reset our face and begin. Hey bud, wake up. We're almost there. Did it do? Yeah, it does that thing. Hate it. I blink awake, my vision being greeted by the seemingly never-ending forest of trees next to the freeway. Heavy metal rock music plays from the radio, though very faintly, since the volume's turned almost all the way down. I sit up, my cheek aching like hell, as I turn to my dad. What time is it? Almost 5. We've been there. We'll be there in 15 minutes, tops. I nod, and the little nervous, stirring feeling in my stomach returns. I'd forgotten about it for a while, because, well, I was asleep. But now it's back, with as much force as it was when I first got in the car. Staring out the window, I try to clumsily control my breathing as I anticipate what it is to come. Soon, in 15 minutes to be exact, I'll be back in my old home, back to the old spots I used to go to. Back to the people where I grew up. Back to the friends I used to have. I dry my hands on my lap and look out the window, my guts feeling like a roller coaster. How hot and humid is it? How much are you sweating if you have to dry your hands on your lap? It must have been pretty obvious about it, because Dad speaks up again. You doing okay? You winning, son? I look over at him and nod, straining a smile. Just a little nervous is all. He hums an acknowledgement, something he does often, I've noticed. Well, this is all pretty sudden, after all. Normal for you to feel that way. Well, with school and settling in so soon, I'm sure it's a lot for you right now. I nod, looking back at the scenery. Seems like Pricefield's only 2 miles away now. Yeah, and there's the guys, too. Oh, your old buddies, right. Not your one-night stand thingies, right? Have they changed much? He goes quiet for a moment, staring at the road. Then he turns and smiles at me. It's kind of weird that you think I'm just hanging out with your friends, son. Like, did I just come to your old dad and be like, hey, Daddy, do you want to hang out? Sure they have. Marcus is built like a truck now. He laughs, and I stifle a smile, my heart skipping a beat. Really? Marcus? I mean, I knew he'd grown up to be tall, but buff too? Now this, I gotta see, in a woo. Yeah? And what about David and the others? He laughs, his laughs died down to a cough, nodding in response. You'll see them when you get there. Huh? Like, right when we get there? Yeah, didn't I tell you? No? Shit, I think it was a surprise. My pulse picks up at least 2 more paces. Are they, like, waiting for us to get home? He sighs defeated. No. They said they'll be at the sanitary at 6:30, so you could meet them there. Sanitary. Oh, yeah. Maybe put it a smidge more down. Boop. Yeah, close enough. I take a deep breath and let it out. My mouth suddenly really dry. I mean, I did half expect to see them tonight. Maybe they'll stop by as I'm unpacking, or so I thought. I didn't think I'd have to go meet with them. That's all the more nerve-wracking. Dad once again hums and pats my leg awkwardly for comfort. They're really excited to meet you too, bud. I smile through the nerves, nodding more to myself than to him. Looking up, I see the usual greenery is slowly being replaced with shops and small buildings. That's always a fascinating thing to see. You know, when you're driving across country, or in my case, across state, and it's like, here's a whole bunch of buildings. Now it's trees. Now it's like smaller shrubbery. Now it's kind of desert. Hey, there's windmills. And here's farmland. Looks like we're here, huh? Oh, I mean, yeah. Yes. Dad chuckles again. Stepping inside the house was like a punch to the face, but in a sort of good way. I'm not like a mascus, I swear. The smell is the first thing that actually gut punched me at first, flooding back memories went in waves and waves. It's only been 4 years, since in paper I guess doesn't seem like much, but well, it's almost 14. I was almost 14 when I moved out. Why 14? 4 years is a long time for a teenager, I realize. I walk further inside, noticing the house has gone through couple of changes. Some I can't quite put my finger on. Apparently they get African architecture and stuff like that. A big one is the walls. They're completely different color. As I'm staring around, Dad walks in with some of my luggage and smiles big at me. You winning, son? Like the new color? I'm guessing you picked it out? That means you hate it, doesn't it? I laugh and shake my head. It's a nice color. Well, maybe it doesn't go well with the one outside. He sighs dramatically and drops my luggage on the floor, rubbing his forehead. You're killing me, Cal. You're killing your old man. You know that? I try apologizing through the laughs, but he's already out the door, comically slouching, completely defeated. After unpacking and sitting in my room, soaking up the nostalgia, I go downstairs to Dad's cooking. Oh, are we gonna eat dinner now, or... Oh, no, I'm just making something to pack up for tomorrow. Oh. Mom didn't make me lunch for school, like, ever. Thanks. You don't have to, though. I mean, I'm 99% sure there's a cafeteria at school. He just waves me off. It's for me too, Cal. If it's a problem with my cooking. No, you're a chef. I know that. He makes a my point hand gesture and continues to add vegetables to the pan. Anyway, don't you have somewhere to be? I fidget a bit, my pulse quickening again. Kicking me out so soon? Yes, quit stalling. You'll be late. He makes a shoo-shoo gesture without turning to look at me. Fine, alright, fine. I'm going, but I'm taking my bike. Oh, wait, you still have it, right? Please tell me you still have it. Sure do. Now, there's no excuse for you to be late to school, either. Yeah, I get it. I'm leaving. Be safe. Have fun. Also, I don't know much about kids, but like, when would you not need to change bikes? You know, because you'd have tricycles for kids and then older kids and stuff. Thank you. Making it through town felt strange, to say the least. On the one hand, this is where I grew up. I know these streets, the people who live in these houses, everything really. And yet, I can't help but feel like a foreigner, intruder in these roads. Like, I'm not really welcome back, after all. Maybe because it's been so long that I feel everyone's forgotten about me. Kinda like I was exiled. I laugh at the thought of a mom chasing me out of town with pitchforks. The witch was burned at the stake, and here he is again, by the power of dark magic. Well, dark magic, and shitty parent. I guess the mom isn't a nice person. As the familiar scene of the middle of the town comes into view, my palms start to slide off the rails, and I pedal slower. I'm not gonna lie, I'm fucking terrified. I mean, like, I know we used to be super close, but I don't know just how much they've changed. I've definitely changed, so no doubt they did too. What if we don't like each other anymore? No, that's pushing it. It's not like they're whole different people. I'm sure Karina and Troy still hate each other. Mark is probably still a nerd. Let me guess, Karina and Troy will be a couple now? And I'm sure David still... Ooh. No, that's wishful thinking. He isn't still gay, is he? My bike comes to a halt in front of the diner, the same rusty old sign at the entrance. The smell of soup and boigas fill the air, but honestly, I feel like I'm gonna throw up right now. I see some people inside, but I can't really make them out, and I'm also trying desperately not to look their way. Well, here goes everything. The chime of the door rings through the air as I step inside, drowning out the sound in my oh-so-loud heartbeat. You know, I wonder if there's a place, like, around where I live where you can, like, get pancakes to go, because that would be a good thing to have, you know, coming to wake at 6 o'clock in the morning. A group of people who sit at the booth stop their chatter, and now I fully see them. Man, she's got queefs for days. It's them, my old friends. Oh, so I guess the one in the middle is this big squeeze. They all turn to me, their faces twisting into surprise as they see my face. My mind goes absolutely blank, yet I still raise my hand and give them a small, nervous wave. Callum! They all rush over to hug me, one by one, until they're all piled on me, squeezing me tightly. God, you're squishing me. With one last squeeze, they let go, wide smiles plastered all over their faces. Oh man, it's been way too long. You haven't changed a bit. I haven't? Korea smacks Troy in the back of the head, making him yelp. He's just messing with you. You're like a whole man now. This makes Troy and Marcus chuckle, though it only gets them another mean glare from Karina. I mean, I guess total man is kind of pushing it. I'm like 5'6", last I checked anyways. But hey, it just means if you want a big dommy mommy, then they can be shorter now, for you to ooh. Anyways, thanks Karina, but you... Tyra's giving us that look again. Better sit down before she throws another egg at us. I smell the image of Tyra hurling an egg from the kitchen at Troy. Troy flashed through my mind. In her defense though, Troy was being super loud. Pretty sure he was singing some rock song on the top of his lungs. Man, she must really hate him if, you know, she's throwing eggs. Expensive. Once we're all seated, I finally get a good look at all of them. God, you two are tall. Troy and Marcus both grin stupidly from ear to ear, clearly proud of this fact. Yep, I'm super lucked out in the gene pool. Glad I took after Gramps instead of my parents. This guy, though, he's always been destined to be a skyscraper. Oh, for sure. I didn't expect him to be so big. Marcus smiles wider, puffing up his chest. Well, guess I got tired of being scrawny. I swear, he almost flexes his muscle as he looks at me. As if looking for approval, I nod encouragingly. Yeah, weren't we all? Troy practically golfs, while Marcus glares at me playfully. Glares? Yeah. Now who's the squinty one? Kali? Troy? Hey, dude, I was on your side. There are sides? I thought this was a free-for-all kind of thing. Actually, there are sides, and it's you, me versus those two. Karina hugs me tightly, smooshing my cheek against hers. Ever since you left, all I've had is the guys, And they stink. Like, literally, all the time. But it makes me feel weird. Ooh, ooh. Hey, that's just Troy. I always put deodorant on. I'm the one who I'm the one who stinks? You're the one who's sweating all day. Yeah, but you're the one who forgets to shower. I don't forget. I just choose not to. Ew. Come on, this is the furry universe, not a fur con. How is that better in any way? It's not. I'm just correcting you. See what I mean? It's hell. Even Satan himself at least put some cologne on. I don't think I've ever put cologne on. Just doing stuff that, I don't know, maybe when I was younger, like, it just seems weird. Because I know that when I was younger, that's when Axe body spray came out, and it's like, you put Axe body spray on, and girls will jump on you and have sex with you all over the place. So, that bathroom was just like, it's just like, oh god, is there a riot and the police are going out in force? Anyways, also joke about World War I. Anyways, I pat Karina's arm apologetically, while Troy and Marcus sniff each other, swearing it's the other one that stinks. Damn, I really did miss him. Seeing them here, being themselves, being this close. It's like all my worries disappear when I'm around them, just like it's always been. But something's not quite right. By the way, where's David? They all tense up and freeze, looking at me like I made an unfunny joke. What? Karina slowly lets go of me, and I turn to look at her, my heart sinking. Cal, David ran away 6 months ago. What? My face goes cold, and my stomach drops to my knees. I look over at the other two for confirmation, but they're avoiding my looks, their faces a mask of emotions I can't quite put together. What do you mean, ran away? Why would he? We don't know, but he just didn't show up at school one day, and we all checked his house. His parents said a lot of stuff had gone missing from his room. The police came and, well, they put two and two together. I blink at them, processing everything I just heard. What the hell? What the hell? He just packed his things and left town? Why the fuck would he do that? Karina pulls me in for a hug, rubbing my back as I soullessly hug her back. Man, I need a huggy cute girl. I'm sorry, hun. You must have been expecting to see him again. Did your dad not tell you anything? I shake my head, a bit too overwhelmed to speak up. Actually, why didn't my dad say anything? That's kind of fucked up. It is, isn't it? Troy, come on, man. I'm sure Mr. Diaz had his reasons. Troy doesn't say anything, instead opting to play with some sugar packets from the table. After a minute or two of silence, I pull away from Karina's embrace and sit up, composing myself. 3 pairs of eyes fall on me. I worry and in expectancy. Oh no. Also reset face because it looks like I'm looking down. I take a deep breath and let out a wobbly sigh. Well, we kinda always expected it, huh? They all sort of murmur in agreement. Guess we just didn't think it would be so soon. And none of you have heard from him? They're shaking their heads, and soft no's answer my question. Knowing David, though, he probably is somewhere in Vegas, making millions. You'll chuckle a bit at the thought. David's more than capable of doing that, I think. Silence falls on us again for a moment, until Marcus speaks up. I'm just thankful that you're here again, Cal. You might not all be here, but, well, if you came back to us, who's to say David won't too, right? I give him a grateful smile. He always did know how to cheer me up, or someone up. Yeah, he's right. Plus, now that you're here again, who knows? Maybe word will get out and he'll come running back to see you. True, he'll drop his poker chips to come to see his favorite twink. Ooh. Yeah, maybe. Thanks, guys. You're right. Besides, I'm sure he's doing well anyway, right? We all agree, nodding enthusiastically. Ooh, ooh. That face. And with that, we slowly start to talk about ourselves again. Although there was still a gross feeling in my stomach, I didn't even order anything. We decided to chat all the time. I decided it'd be best to ask for more details when we had more time, and focus on catching up with them for now. Get this, Cal. Marcus is in the football team. What? You mean a guy his size with a football jacket being on a football team? No way! And he's the kicker. He's captain of the football team, quarterback and everything. I'm sorry? I look at Marcus in astonishment. His eyes avoid my gaze. Yeah. I didn't say I was tired of being... Didn't I say I was tired of being scrawny? This is just part of that. One thing being, I don't know, not scrawny. Another thing is turning into a jock. That explains the varsity jacket. Trying to impress girls, aren't you? Even if he wasn't trying, it'd still work. Half the cheerleading squad wants this guy. Hey Ben, does that mean you have a girlfriend? No girlfriend. The three of us kind of just look at him. What? I'm just too busy. You guys know that. Gay. Sure. Wait, I'm so confused. Of course you are. What? Anyway, Cal, I may be the captain of the team, but guess who's captain of the cheerleading squad? I don't know. Vanessa? She always was kind of extra, you know? Troy snorts, and Karina leans in on the table to stare at me blankly. I blink at her, and then it clicks. What? You? Yes, me. Why is that so surprising? You never liked cheerleaders. In fact, I distinctly remember you saying you hated them. When I was like, what, 10? Of course I did. Every tomboy does. But as you can see, I've got boobs now. She flips her hair in a girly, cheesy fashion. I've outgrown that phase. No! I mean, yes, would I her? Yes, but still, I like tomboys. Clearly, I mean, wow, you're literally gorgeous. Karina smiles, clearly flattered, while Troy started hooting at us. Though through it, or whatever. At who specifically, I'm not sure. Why, thank you, Callum. Glad someone finally complimented me. She hugs me again, all the while glaring daggers at the other two. What do you mean? Have they, never told you that? That's insane. It is, isn't it? Troy and Marcus both avoid our gazes now, shamefully so. Gay. It's not like we don't think you're pretty, it's just... It'd be creepy coming from us. You'd probably punch me, and don't say you wouldn't, Katie. Okay? Yeah, I can read. He turns to me, pointing at her. Just the other day, she kicked me because I said her hair smelled nice. Because you don't say that to a girl, idiot. You do, however, tell her that she's pretty. Oh, you mean... So, okay, write this down. Don't tell a girl that her hair smells nice. Also, that smells like she's on her period. Ooh. Anyways. But you don't talk to girls. That's right. You can't hold that against you. You, though, no excuse. She points at Marcus, who idly sipping his milkshake, as if this conversation didn't concern him. Don't me, you himbo. It's just, I feel weird saying it. I don't know. You're like a sister to me. You don't tell people you have a hot sister. Did David ever call Lupe pretty? Not once ever. See? I'm gonna punch you in the face. There's just no winning with her, Cal. As Karina wrestled with Marcus for a bit, I take one of Troy's fries, nibbling on it. So, what's up with you? What about me? I mean, what do you have going on? Not much. I'm not like student council president or anything. Right, didn't really think so. Hey, I could if I wanted to. I know, I know. Good thing you don't, though. Who knows what kind of rules you'd endorse? Probably something basic, like no homework forever. Your campaign would be teachers are lame, with a Z. Of course with a Z. But now, Karina seemed to get a good hint on Marcus, since he's rubbing the top of his head when he turns his attention to me. And you, Cal? What have you been up to? Meet any friends over at Philly? I play around with the straw wrapper, twirling it around my finger. Not really. Just, people to talk to, or say hi from time to time. Kinda just feel like I was waiting to just leave that place, I guess. They're quiet for a moment, not really sure how to respond. Well, I'm glad you came sooner rather than later, even if it's not because of the best of things. Yeah, really happy that you're back. Believe it or not, you're definitely my favorite twink. Well, real twink. Heh, thanks guys. I'm glad that I'm back too. I think we're gonna be doing the guy in the middle. Anyways, and as the sun set on the familiar town, we fall silent again, and I didn't mind that one bit. It's fully dark out when we finally start to leave, even though I didn't really want to go yet. But they all really insist that I rest, and that we'll see each other tomorrow anyway. We all decided to get out of our way. Troy and Katrina had said their goodbyes and left, leaving me and Marcus alone at the entrance. Do you, want to ride home? Well, I want some kind of ride. You have a car? Truck, actually. Wow. You really are a jock, huh? He stretches, involuntarily flexing his chest. Yep, Marky is no more. You'll always be little old Marky to me, don't worry. Yeah, I don't know how to feel about that. Besides, you've never been taller than me. What do you mean little? It's just how I see you, tiny little boy. Tiny? Small little boy with a Pokemon binder. Ugh, don't remind me. He looks up at the night sky, probably remembering that little phrase. When he gave me that on one shiny card for my birthday, man, I thought I was gonna cry right there and then. Oh yeah, I was so proud. You really love that Pokemon. Still do. Gengar, my beloved. Beloved. Well, let's get going. I don't want to make your dad worry on your first day back. Oh, yeah, true. So, with one swift motion, he mounts his bike in his truck, of his car, and then we were off. Looking out the window, and the sinking feeling I had comes back as my worries resurface. There's still a lot I don't know, and, well, I'd like to get the full story. For some reason, I'd feel like I'd rather talk to Marcus about this than anyone else. Like, he'd give it to me straight. Sucking Uwu in some air, I turned to him, his eyes locked on the road ahead. Hey, Marcus? Yeah? Did you see him before he left? His expression tells me nothing, the glow of the streetlights illuminating his stoic face periodically. Nah, not really. It was all just very sudden. So what? He just disappeared? Yep, pretty much. Hopefully he doesn't end up like that one guy from, spoiler alert, from a very short visual novel, 1,000 Yards? Or 1,000 Yards? I sink in my seat, unsatisfied. I may not have been there for a while, but that really doesn't sound like something you'd do. Do you think that maybe something happened to him? Like someone hurt him? He goes quiet for a moment, though I don't think he's pondering his response. That crossed my mind at first. And? He let out a long, stressed sigh. Cal, David hadn't been in the best state of mind when he left. What? I can't really get into all of that right now, but maybe some other time. My point is, him leaving out of the blue wasn't really out of character. He looks over at me, his stoic expression softens into one of concern, seeing how much this new information affected me. I promise, I will tell you. I know it's a lot, but that's just how things are right now. Nothing we do is going to change the fact that he left. His glossy eyes turned back to stone, giving all his attention to the road. Leaving out of the blue. Isn't that a character? Just what kind of person did he become? He became a road warrior. Marcus pulls up to my dad's, well, I guess my house. The deadly silence is all too deafening. What do you mean by that? Like his dad's but, well, his? Also, hey, Generac generator, or something like that. Thanks for the ride. Of course. I can feel him hesitate, as if he wants to say something, but he deflates, gripping the steering wheel. Then, seemingly out of nowhere, he puts his hand on my thigh, patting it slowly. Ooh? I know you're probably overwhelmed right now. None of us really saw it coming, and it sucked for a while. Also, like, I don't know. Who puts their hand on someone else's thigh in a non-sexual way? But it was his decision. Maybe a bit irrational, but David's not stupid. I'm sure he'll come back someday, so just try not to worry too much, okay? We've got your back here, with us. Soon we'll go off to college and go our separate ways. So let's try and enjoy the most you have together, okay? I soak in everything that he's saying, mulling it over in my head. It does suck that David's not here, but like he said, there's not much we can do about it now. After all is said and done, it was his choice to leave, wasn't it? I look up at his big, green eyes, a soft light on the otherwise dark truck. As if on his own, my hands reach for his, taking in his large one in both of mine. I squeeze it softly for a moment. He reciprocates the gesture. I know, I get it. It's just a lot right now, you know? But thank you. I really appreciate what you're trying to make me feel better. Of course. I'm really happy to see you again. I flush. His eyes pierce my soul, and his voice touching my heart. Strange. Maybe it's just my weird state of mind, but I suddenly felt really shy. Or maybe it's because I'm holding hands with my old best friend in the dark car. Let's kiss him. Who, why not admit it, is really hot now. Either way, I look away from him, now really self-conscious. Me too. I'm happy to be back. It gives me a smile that I'm not sure whether to describe as warm or hot. I think either would work, really. See you tomorrow then. Yeah, see you tomorrow. We stay like that for a moment, his big hand wrapped around both of mine, until he pulls away, snapping me out of my stupid trance. Yeah, goodbye. See ya. I awkwardly climb out of the truck and rush inside, wiping my hands on my jeans as due. The lights are still on when I enter, with Dad sitting on the couch, watching some family game show. Wheel of Fortune! Da-da-da-da-da-da. Or that one show about, Steve Harvey. Seeing me step inside, he sits up and gives me a tired smile. Hey, kiddo, how'd it go? It was fine. Good actually. I was really happy to see them again. His smile strains as he nods. Good, I'm glad. His demeanor was odd at first, but after about a second, it makes perfect sense. Dad? Why didn't you tell me anything? He deflates, sighing as he pinches in between his eyes together. He's quiet for a moment as I stand there, waiting for an answer, an explanation. Finally, he gives it to me. I don't know. Everything was happening so quickly. We hadn't spoken for a while, and didn't want our first conversation to be bad news. Then, when it was finally official and you'd be staying with me, I figured I'd tell you then, but guess I never really got around to telling you. I'm sorry, Callum. I know how much that boy meant to you, back when you were little. Well, younger. You guys weren't that little. Point is, I should have told you sooner. Seeing him just so distraught about not being able to tell me actually makes me believe everything he's saying. He even apologized and everything. That's more than I ever got from Mom. Okay, so Mom's a cunt. He's still Dad, after all. How could I sit next to him and give him his back a small reassuring pat? It's okay, Dad. I get it's been a lot for the both of us. Seems like that's my favorite phrase lately. Dad gave me something of a sideways hug, squeezing me. How are you holding up? I'm okay, I guess. David always said he was going to leave town one day, so I can't say I'm too shocked. I just wish we could have all been together right now. It just sucks, you know? Yeah, I know, kid. So, we stay like that. An awkward, yet oddly comforting hug on my first night living with my dad. And that's a interesting bed. Once I'm back in my room, trying to get used to the new smell, I allow myself to think about everything that's happened. Living with my dad, seeing the guys again, that moment with Marcus. Also, it's daylight outside all of a sudden. Man, he's changed. He used to be such a sweet, cute boy, but in a really serious way. How do you be cute in a serious way? It was always light and fun with us, though. But with other people, not so much. And now, he seems more cheerful, more confident too. But I can't help but feel he's still got a lot. He's still got a bit of that darkness, that stone-faced coldness. Then there's Troy, who hasn't really changed all that much, except for how tall he is. Karina being bimbofied in the best way was definitely a shock, though. She was always pretty, but in a I don't really care kind of way. Now, she totally knows she's pretty, and owning it. Then there's David. God, David, why'd you have to leave in the worst possible time? If it really was true that you left, I guess I still don't fully believe he's left on his own accord. Maybe I'm just being paranoid. In any case, tomorrow's a new day, and with my old friends in a new high school. It'd be the last year. We might all be together for a while. So, I'll enjoy it to the fullest, even if I really hate first days of school. So I'm just going to type one thing right here because I don't want to do that thing where it's like, I do a thing and forget. What was that other thing I was thinking? Nope, that other thought left my mind. Oh well, it do be like that. I'm fully awake, well before 6 a.m., dressed and ready, sitting on my bed, I stare at the wall. It's kind of weird how my body does that sometimes, where like I'll set an alarm for like 5:50 or something like that, and even if it isn't a regular thing, it could be something like that, and my body will just wake up like 10 minutes before that. And it's like, how do we do that? It's just that me and my body are like, dude, we don't like alarms. Let's just wake up earlier than that. I was never the type to sleep on the weekends, but I'm also not a fan of waking up early. Still, I'm awake right now, anxiously waiting for an appropriate time to leave for school. Geez, I literally just got here. Why'd I have to go to school, like, right away? Give me at least a week to get settled in or something. Also, let's do this. There we go. Dot, dot, dot. Well, might as well make something to eat. Yeah, when I moved to a new city for a new job, I decided to come a week early so I could just chill for a bit. Coming out of my room and closet, I already hear noises coming from the kitchen. Dad? I call it to him, not too loud, because, well, it's really early, and I don't have the energy to yell. Cal? You're up already? Yep. Also, nice place. I now step into the kitchen, seeing that he's taking out pots and pans to start cooking. Do you need any help? He hears me off, seemingly too focused on his craft. Nah, you can't cook like I can. Sit down. It won't be too long. I was about to argue that I probably could, in fact, cook just as good as he can, but I decided against it. As weird as it feels to have someone else cook for me, I'm not about to reject his food. Besides, whatever Dad makes right now would obviously be better than what I would have made. Also, like, does that mean the main character cooked for himself for, like, while he was gone? So I sit down, wash some crack eggs in one pan, and fry bacon in the other. This is actually kind of nice. If it weren't the crack of dawn, yeah, crack of dawn, not crack it down, and I didn't need to go to school, this would be super relaxing. I'm not gonna go, hey creator, here's this thing, because it's like, this game's been out for like, when was it made? Also, might as well check the time, reset my face. Okay, 40. Yeah, final build was a bit shorter than a year ago. 2 years ago. Unfortunately, though, the sun keeps rising. So does my anxiety. It do be like that. So, first day of school. You holding up? Barely. You'll be fine. What's the worst that could happen? Don't say that! Oh, don't jinx it. I'm serious though. Realistically speaking, what's the worst thing that could happen today? I think about it for a moment. Get beat up? Realistically, Callum. Get beat up. It could happen. I highly doubt that. Fine. Probably get stared at. No, wait. Having to introduce myself in front of the class. For every class. Well, that isn't too bad, is it? It's pretty bad. Well, at least you've got your old pals there. It's better than going alone, don't you think? I guess that's true. I just hope we have some classes together. I'm sure you will. Price Field isn't that big. You guys gonna hang out again today? I'm not sure. We didn't make any plans to, at least. But I do want to visit Lupe after school. Remind me again who that is? She's David's little sister, Dad. She would play with us all the time, too. Remember? Yeah. There's always a little girl following you a bunch around. That's right. I always felt a little bad for her. You guys never play any games. I fiddle with my thumbs in guilt. Dad, it was Super Death Metal 3, so you probably didn't want her playing that. Yeah. We just thought of her as David's annoying little sister. Yes, it didn't help that he would call her that too. So, you wanna go make amends or something? Not really my initial intention, but I could do that too. So, what was your initial intention? I looked down at my already uneasy fingers twirling about. Truth is, as much as I like to fool myself and say that I'm going to see her purely because I miss her, that's not really the whole truth. Even so, that's exactly what I tell Dad. Duh, because I miss her. I won't see her in school, so might as well pay her a visit. I think I need to put the music down just a smidge more again. You know? Okay, the music just kind of stopped and I was like, He eyes me over, as if questioning the validity of my claim. But without another word, he serves our breakfast into 2 plates and sets them on the table in front of me. Well then, you tell her folks I said hi for me. Will do. Also thank you for breakfast. Thank me after you've tried it. So I do try it. The eggs, bacon, and toast stacked on each other like an unfinished sandwich. I take a bite of it, the runny yolk falling onto the plate. I'm always surprised how many ways someone could fry an egg, or rather, how different it tastes depending on who cooks it. The egg Dad made is much softer, more evenly cooked than anything I could have made, or would have. Covering my mouth, I muffle an embarrassed and he gives me a proud nod. With the sun mostly out, I lazily making my way toward the top of an orange-blue sky. I step into the garage, ready to bike to school. That's the thing I do, that when I talk, if I have food in my mouth, I cover my mouth, but God, I hated a coworker I used to have that would chew his food like he was some sort of cow or something like that. Just open mouth, chewing, and I would be sitting in front of him or something like that, and have to look away because, like, dude, you don't need to show everybody the food you're eating. Come on, my dude. It's only then that I realize I did not, in fact, ever take it down from the back of Marcus's truck. Oh, the bike. Just as I'm beginning to worry that I have to ask Dad for a ride, 2 short beeps catch my attention. Cal? Dad calls me out from the living room. I think that's your buddy Marcus outside. My heart skips a beat, and I sigh in relief. With no time to question my irregular heartbeat, I rush into the living room to go out the front door. Thought you were biking to school. I left it in his truck last night. Dad shakes his head. Boy, remember to wear a condom when you do crazy things like that. You better think your boy properly then, or that boy properly then. Gas ain't cheap, though I doubt he'll accept your money. I'll find a way to repay him, don't worry. Ooh. My mind thinks of several ways I could repay him, but I quickly shake away the thought. Dude, I know this is a furry visual novel, but still. Jeez, 7 in the morning, Cal. I mean, hey, that's what morningwood's for. Okay, bye, see you later. Be safe. I rush outside to see a familiar truck I saw last night, with Marcus promptly waiting in the driver's seat. The passenger window is rolled down, so I go up to it. The truck, so tall at the bottom of the window, catches my chin. That the bottom would catch my chin. I place my hands there, and the rest my chin on it, and he gives me a small smile. Hey. Hi. Yeah, left your bike in my truck. That I did. Need a ride? That I do. Well, hop on then. That I will. I swing the door open and hurl myself up to as Marcus leans forward, casually waving my dad behind me. Once I'm seated, I look over to see Dad at the door, and I wave at him too. And with a change of gears, Marcus and I make our way to school. Hope your dad doesn't mind that I'm picking you up. Why would he mind? He chuckles nervously, avoiding my gaze by turning left. I might have made him mad once. What? How? Mine tries to think of A, make my dad mad, and B, Marcus do to elicit such reaction. Think of yeah. Thankfully, I don't have to wait long, because after an embarrassing groan from him, Marcus speaks up. I may or may not have TP'd his office building last year. I'm sorry? Okay, it sounds worse than it is. You gonna elaborate on that? Do I have to? Kinda do. Fine. It was last year. Some of the guys from the team got, like, really drunk, and so did I. It was Halloween, mind you. He turns to me expectantly, as if worried that I might judge him, but I just nod encouragingly. So, yeah, we got drunk. Some guy went to TP places, and we called him cringe. But we ended up doing it anyway, so guess we're all cringe. Man, remember the old days when toilet paper was cheap? Anyway, guess I was really out of it to notice where exactly we're TPing. Cause next thing I knew, your dad's office building was like completely covered. Oh god. Also, how big is this office building? I guess it could be like one of those, 1 and 2 story things. Yeah, well, seems like your dad forgot something, cause he was pulling up to the office. So, me and the guys ran away, but I'm pretty sure he saw me. I don't know, I had a mask on. But yeah, I think your dad hates me. As bad as I feel for Dad having his workplace covered in toilet paper, the image of Marcus being caught red-handed is just way too funny. I try hard to look angry as I cross my arms at him, holding in a laughter in the back of my throat. Since he's mostly looking at the road, he buys it, and his expression immediately turns apologetic. Listen, I totally apologized. I mean, I sent him like a little basket to his office, and I made the whole team sign it. Plus, not being able to hold it back anymore, I burst out laughing, winning me a completely bewildered look from him. You TB'd my dad's office and sent him a fruit basket? It wasn't a fruit basket, it was muffins. And that's better how? You know, something tells me you're not actually mad at me for this. I suck ooh my cheeks in, so that my smile won't show. I'm furious. He glances at me with his eyes back on the road, and with his right hand grabs both of my cheeks, squeeze them to get my mouth to open. Say that again? I try pushing his hand away, between cries and giggles, but it's no use. Also, I love having a manhandle me. Applejack! Okay, mercy! Let's go, and switches gears as I massage my cheeks. He's smirking like an idiot, eyes still on the road as I glare at him. He gives me a side-eye glance, and he grins even wider. Oh, now I'm definitely pissed. I didn't even squish that hard. Maybe not for your standards. Kiki my ass. Although my cheeks kinda burn, I'm thankful for the distraction we had from my first day of school jitters. Too bad nothing lasts forever. Hey, you know what my schedule looks like? Sorta. We have a lot of the same classes. My face starts to break into a stupid smile, but I catch myself before it truly fully does. Oh, well that's good. Yep. I think it's because I mentioned you were coming to my coach, and he told the counselor. She was probably too lazy to make something unique for you, so they just copy-pasted my schedule and wrote your name on it. Makes sense. Looks like I'll be following you around for a while. Sorry if I'm the third wheel on you trying to flirt with the girls. Why do you think I'd flirt with girls? What makes you think I'd flirt with girls? Or anyone for that matter? I don't know. Why wouldn't you? You're like hot now. He doesn't answer, so I turn to look at him, and it's only then that I realize what I just said. His face, although appearing to be stoic, is slowly turning red. The corners of his mouth twitch up. I, however, turn red instantly. What I meant by that was... So you think I'm hot now? He smirks at me with all the confidence in the world, which could have fooled me had he not been blushing so hard. Still, he's flipped the tables. Now that's enough to catch me off guard. No, I don't think you're hot. I'm just saying other girls probably think you're hot. Not saying that I'm a girl, but, you know, girls... Hey, there's no shame. You called Karina gorgeous yesterday, yet you can't call me hot and own up to it? That's completely different. Shut up. Thankfully, he does shut up, since we're pulling into the school now. I've only seen Pricefield High a couple of times in my life. Karina's older brother, was in the basketball team, so he would get dragged to watch. She would get dragged to watch the matches, so she would drag us to go with her to keep her sane. It do be like that. We would eat so much junk food. Anyway, I've only seen a couple of hallways and the gym, and not well enough to fully remember. So seeing it now, with the promise of actually going inside as a student, is pretty exciting. Terrifying, but exciting. The building is a lot bigger than I remember, but also not as big as my high school back at Philly. Although the paint looks pretty old, the structure seems as good as ever. No visible cracks or anything. Lots of students are making their way inside, more than I had expected, but I get increasingly more nervous. Marcus pulls up to the mostly empty parking lot, pulling the handbrake and setting his truck on neutral. A quick thought crossed my mind that I should probably get my license soon, but I'm pulled back into reality as Marcus slaps his thigh loudly. Well, we're here. Yep. Nervous? Yep. Don't worry. You'll be fine. Plus, you'll be with me most of the time, remember? Well, true. If you're nervous about getting, made fun of something, remember, you've got a jock as a friend now. No one's gonna mess with you, I promise. Self-proclaimed jock, huh? Hey, you said it first. Well, I trust you. Though I don't think I'll fit in with your other jock friends. Maybe, but they're nice enough not to make you feel awkward. Well, some of them are, at least. I'm prepared for the "Are you gay?" questions. Don't worry. Heh, then you have nothing to worry about. Yay. He gives me a reassuring smile, and we both pile out of the truck. I start following Marcus to school, staying close behind him as I adjust my book bag. He notices me straying behind, and he motions me to come to his side. I jog up to him, embarrassed. Come on, stick with me. I am. Well, you're not my bodyguard. Stick with me, not behind. I grumble some reassurance, but stay by his side anyway. An impulse to hold his hand runs through me, but obviously I don't do that. Instead, I keep my eyes peeled for Troy and Karina, or any other familiar faces as we step inside the White Halls. I think with that, and we're pretty close to the thing, we're going to call it. Boop. So, that's going to be the end of this quick look. So comment, cause I like comments, times you like, dislike, tips, tricks, otherwise. If you like my YouTube and like to grow, then please like, subscribe, and check out the videos to help it grow, leader, and mostly help control the pet population. And again, if you want me to do a Let's Play series of this game, then tell me, and I'll give it a point, which will put up higher on the user's choice list. It looks like they do have a Patreon for early access, but that's kind of weird. How is it that they'd still have a Patreon? Do they make money? Yeah, $65 a month. Weird. Though, they have... What? Oh, what is it? What it feels like. Okay, yeah, they're still working on another visual novel, What It Feels Like. Yeah, we did that like a hot minute ago, where the boy wants to be boyfriends with another boy, but that guy only wants sex, you know? But yeah, was it, if you want me to do any other game, then tell me, and I'll give it a point, which is on the user choice list and all that stuff, and quick look stuff. That's not gonna be the end of this, because we still got something else to do. So we're gonna close this, put it in the we've already done a quick look folder, and let's see, we have, oh, why is that, what's on hold? Oh, right, that. The one that someone suggests, but it's in like Japanese and stuff, so I can't really do dick with it. Random. Random number generator, 1 out of 5. Survey says number 4. Where is it? I lost it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Boop. There we go. Supernova. That's a good thing. And also, sound warning just in case it's loud. Work in progress, GUI, visual novel, cuck? Yee. Supernova, a game about. Supernova is a superhero-themed visual novel set in the fictional city of Nova. The story follows Nick, a college junior who unexpectedly finds himself drawn into a world of superpower heroes and villains. He has large shoes to fill as he takes over the role of one of the city's most famous superheroes, Templar. After joining the superhero team, the raccoon will be able to choose a mentor to guide him as they tackle all that Nova City I can read has to offer. Sorry, I've already done visual novel today. Really not. Visual novel will branch into 3 routes based on the choices of mentor. The mysterious fox, Nemesis, the cheerful, enthusiastic tiger, Superfang, and the prickly, brash Baron in Black. Each route will explore different facets of the story, as well as forge a stronger bond with your superhero and uncover what lies beneath their masks. It's gay sex, probably. Oh, it doesn't. Did it say sex? So, if you want to play this game, it's available free on itch.io. Also, I'm going to turn the music up a tad. Yeah, that seems about right. Put that there, too. But if you want to support them and or get the news version earlier, you can go to their Patreon, where it's $3 a month. Oh, am I covering that? Oh, that just is auto. And until next time. Are there boobs here? No, it could be that guy. That's the black guy. Yeah. It's nice when they have furry novels where, like, one of the characters where you can do girls. You know, like Lush Arts. I'm just thinking of goyles. I mean, it's mostly gay, but it's like, yeah, girls. Hey, I'm bi, or pan, so I like a variety and spice of life and all that stuff. Anyways, until next time. Another quick one. Me? Yeah, we'll stick some of the game. That being this one. Thanks, see ya.